Means we're on. Let me refresh. Okay. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Here. Audio input. Oh, because it hooked up to the phone. Hold on. Just a couple seconds there. Okay, let me see. All right. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, I can. Okay. So we're just gonna wait for some people to get on, so I can. I'm just trying to refresh it because the AA page should have alerted. Okay. There we go. All right. And then I'm trying to see what my Instagram looks like. Instagram is broadcast. I swear, I've learned some new skills with the with doing this.
I'm gonna let me see.
Yeah, never before. Okay, extra destination. Never before did I like, you know, do the streaming on my own, and now that's what we're doing. All right, boom. I think. Hold on. There you go. Save.
And this is on Facebook as well, right?
Yes, Facebook is up and on. There you go. Hold on, I'm trying to make sure that LinkedIn or that Instagram, for some reason Instagram, the custom, because the thing is I have to add into go into every profile, like each streaming link,
Okay.
and sometimes it just it could be different. Let's see here. All right, so we're streaming. Okay. Wait for a couple people to get in. It's on, and I have it so if they were, even if the person doesn't go automatically on the LinkedIn or
Mhm.
the Instagram, if they go to the tree link, they can see it still because I put the actual streaming link in there as well
Okay.
because we have like a personal link where they don't need to
Okay.
have any type of a social media. They can just go in and do it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I know it's been a long time.
I know. I know.
It's been a
Good to be back.
while.
Good to be back.
I know. I'm glad. We're glad. We're also glad that you're back, and we're excited for for you to be up and back and everything.
Trying to get back into the swing of things.
Yeah, yeah, we get it. Totally get it. It's a bummer you're not gonna be able to go to the mixer.
I know, but I hope everyone gets a chance to come out what is it, a Wednesday?
Yes, it's a
It's
midweek.
Wednesday, right? August
Yeah,
5th, the A&A networking hour in the
yeah,
city. So definitely come out. Yes, I'm sorry to
yes,
be able to come.
yeah.
Uh,
We're really excited for it.
but it should be good. It should be good. Get out, enjoy the
Yeah,
end of summer, network with your
yes.
colleagues. So definitely.
Yeah, we're really excited because this is actually the first time that ANA New York is actually able to have a member mixer.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah, we've never done that before, so
I
we're
think it'll be
really
good.
excited.
I think it'll be good. Hopefully, my counterpart, Jess, will be able to attend. So,
Um, yeah, make sure he registers. Like,
yeah.
make sure he registers. We're trying to, that's one of the things that we're really trying to make sure that with all of the events, especially with the annual conference, is that we replicate the city's protocols in the events and the spaces. So
Oh,
it's just being mindful of it. Okay, well, if we want to try to just let it, see if anyone's going in. But also to be mindful of your time as well.
yeah, no problem.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, thank you. Like we said always, like we always do our little beginning. For those
Yeah.
that do not know, this is ANA's New York social media takeover with our keynote speaker, Shantae Carter. And we just like doing this. We've had a month on hiatus, but we're back. Now we're getting closer to the annual conference. Like everybody knows, our annual conference is in October, the 28th to the 30th, at the Melville Hilton, which is a gorgeous location. So if you haven't registered, this would be the perfect time. Our registration closes September 24th
Oh,
at
okay.
11:59 p.m. exact. So
To hurry up and get their tickets and register. Okay.
yes, yes. And then like we had touched base earlier in regards to the mixer. So for those that do not know, ANA is going to be having their first time ANA member mixer. So this is the theme of it is like everybody from New York knows, how you doing? Um, it's just, everything that's been going on, we want to make sure that we give our members an opportunity and a safe space for them to just be able to mingle with their colleagues and obviously in the safe environment, safe space. No educational purpose, just to see how you do and how's everything. We're going to be there at Natiti's in New York City, in Midtown, from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. There's going to be giveaways. We're going to have two chances to win free registration to the ANA New York conference. So, there's going to be a lot of good things. And there is a swag bag, which I love our swag bags, not just because I put them together, but because I feel that they're good items for our members to have. So yeah, and then today's topic is finding your passion and purpose.
Yes.
So, and with that, I lead it off to Shantae Carter.
Hi, everyone. It's good to be back. Happy Feel Good Friday. Thank you, Shakira, for having me, and ANA New York for having me to take over your social media. It's good to be back and to be getting into the swing of things. And like Shakira said, everyone, we have a mixer next week that's taking place. So if you haven't registered, definitely register for that. Come out, have a good time, kind of way to celebrate towards the end of summer and really network with your colleagues. You want to be intentional and strategic in doing so. So that'll be a great opportunity. And like she said, also the conference ticket sales will end on September 24th, you said? So September 24th. So definitely register, get your tickets. It's a 3-day conference. You guys are offering what, 18 CEUs? Shakira, I think. Yep. So
So this year it's 17.75.
okay. So
And it's a 2-day
that's a
packed
good amount.
adventure. Yeah.
Right. It's a great amount of CEUs. We can all use them. So definitely, I mean, why not get the bang for your buck? You'll be there and then you can knock out a good amount of your CEUs that'll be required for the year. So definitely this is a great opportunity to come out to the conference, get to hear so many of our nursing colleagues who are doing amazing things in the community, innovation, advocacy, everything, the whole what encompasses ANA, what it's all about. So my name is Shantae Carter. I'm excited to be the 9th annual keynote speaker. And today we're talking about finding your passion and your purpose. And for me, when I think about finding my purpose and even my passion, it all starts with what is your why? Why do you want to do something? Why did you get into nursing? What made you get into nursing? Or if you're a nursepreneur like myself, why did you want to start that nonprofit? Or why did you want to write a book? I'm an author as well. You got to start with your why and kind of knowing who you are as a person, and then where are you trying to go? What's your next step? What is going to be your legacy? Those are the things I think about when I think about what am I passionate about, and then what is it going to lead me to do? What is the next step? And, as far as my purpose. For me, my big thing is my nonprofit, Women of Integrity, Inc., which is geared towards empowering young women and women, and we host different events. But why did I start that? Because I wanted to help other girls. My passion actually came out of pain, or sometimes it comes out of some type of trauma or pain. I was in a long-term relationship that ended, and as a result, it was very toxic. I fell into a depression and was spiraling downward really quickly. Thankful for amazing friends and family. My friends staged an intervention, so shout out to those ladies who decided, like, listen, our girl is spiraling downward. She may not see it, but we see it, and we need to intervene. And they called my mom, because these are my best friends since like elementary school. And they called my mom and said, listen, I don't think you know, but we definitely think Shantae is depressed. It's affecting her work. She's spiraling out of control, and we need to intervene. And so they did, and with my mom, and just really had to take a hard look at reality, what was going on, and then how can I possibly change my trajectory and where I was going. And so I knew that this negative energy that I was consumed with was just going to get worse and kind of just bring me down. And I knew that I had to make a change with that. So I decided to take that negative energy and channeled it into something positive. And I decided to, let me start this nonprofit. Start out as like an idea in my basement. It was a group of us, a group of my friends and I, who I knew had like-minded visions, like-minded women, all about positive vibes and positivity and giving back into our community and being of service. So we started out as a small group, and then it grew into an organization, and we worked our way until we became a 501c3 recognized nonprofit. We have been in existence for 11 years this year. It'll be 11 years. We started in 2010, so thank you. So I'm super excited. And taking my pain, and turning it into my power, right? It became my power, which helped me to find my passion. And what I knew coming out of that was that I was passionate about helping other women, but especially our young women, because I wouldn't want them to go through what I went through coming out of that relationship, and just knowing how I felt undervalued, lack of self-worth. I didn't feel like I was this confident young woman that I thought I was or used to be. And it really took a toll on me. And once coming out of that and deciding to channel my energy into something positive and building my nonprofit, it really helped make me become a stronger, more powerful woman, owning my past and owning what happened in that situation, and just helping me to grow. It definitely saved my life. I tell people that all the time, that it saved my life. I don't know, I'm sure I probably would still be here, but I don't know what capacity. Definitely at that point in time, it was very dark. So I tell people it saved my life all the time, to be able to channel that energy into something positive, and just really be able to resonate with other women, but especially our young women. I love mentoring, and that's one of the key things in our nonprofit. But it's really just taking what you may already have as skills or what you may be good at, and applying it into something. It's the same thing with nursing. You go through your different clinicals and you figure out, oh, I may like peds, or I may like med surg, or I may like cardiac. But then figuring out, well, what do I want to do with that? What's going to be the next step, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're passionate about cardiac, then by all means, take that next step. Get your certifications. Do everything. Because as nurses, it's kind of our job to empower and educate our community, educate and empower our patients, right? We want them to be informed and educated about the decisions they're going to make about their health. And that's where we come as their advocates. We need to advocate for them. So if you're passionate about something, then definitely run with it, and so that you can be the best nurse that you can be, so that you can be an advocate for your patients and an advocate in the community, and just really hone in on your skills or whatever that area of nursing that you may be passionate about. For myself, I love med surg. particularly orthopedics. I've been an orthopedic nurse for 21 years, right? I celebrated 21 years this year. I love orthopedics. I love med-surg. I'm a bedside nurse for 21 years. That's what I'm passionate about. I am passionate about helping our future nurses, and helping them to succeed, especially our nurses that have graduated in 2020 and 21. Those nursing students have been at a disadvantage because they haven't had clinicals, they haven't had externships. So they're really just kind of coming in blind, right? And when they start working, this is actually like their clinicals for them, because now we just thrown them into the workforce when they really didn't have any background skills. And it's been hard. And I think that understanding that and understanding that you have to meet people where they are, that's how you can better to educate and empower them. So for myself, I said, you know what? I see that this is happening. What can I do? I already come from doing stuff in the community with educating, empowering the women. How can I do that with the nurses? So I started a mentorship program for my unit to help with retaining our new nurses and to help these new nurses with the transition of coming, dealing with the pandemic, coming out of nursing school with really no clinicals or externship, and now they're on the floor working and they're in charge of patients and have people's lives in their hands. So, decided to create a unit-based mentorship program just specifically for our unit and pairing up our new nurses with more seasoned nurses to kind of help them and to be that added resource, because a lot of them are transitioning, and then once their preceptorship ends, they're like, okay, what do I do now? Like, who can I go to? Can I go to my preceptor? Or, and sometimes they may not always feel like they can go back to their preceptor. So creating this mentorship program to give them another resource as nurses to help them to get to that next step, to help them find what they may be passionate about. And so they can create their own nursing journey and nursing legacy. So it really has to start with what is your why? What do you like to do? What are you passionate about? Because once you figure that part out, then it will definitely lead you to your purpose. I know for me, I've always wanted to work with kids. I was an RA in college, so that has always kind of been my thing, working with youth, trying to help them and educate them. And then it just transitioned into later on in life, starting my own nonprofit for young women. But it's always been about being of service. I would definitely say that maybe somewhere to start if you don't know what you're passionate about or how to find your why, to start being of service. Maybe find an organization that resonates with you and start volunteering your time. I mean, being of service is one of the greatest things that you can do, especially as far as giving back. If you're not an ANA member, become an ANA member. There's so many things that you can do with the ANA that you can be of service and give back. The ANA has their own mentorship program. I'm a part of that as well. And that's an opportunity for either be a mentor or a mentee. If you want to try something new, become a mentor with the ANA. That's being of service. Or become a mentee. And maybe you can be connected with a colleague who has more experience or is in the realm that you want to go, and now you have this connection. So you have to be intentional and strategic in what you want to do, especially when it comes to finding your passion and your purpose. But you have to always remember who you are as a person, whether you're male or female. So who are you as a woman? Who are you as a man? And what is it that you're trying to create? What is your legacy? What is it that you want people to remember you by? For me, I want people to know that I was a hardworking nurse. I always wanted to empower others, whether it's my fellow nurses, young women, the youth in our community. And that's what I want my legacy to be, people to know that I, always was of service and being about giving back. And that's really my passion and my purpose. So I really think it has to start with knowing who you are, and acknowledging who you are, knowing what are your faults, what are your strong points, and how can you utilize those to incorporate that into whatever your vision may be. Because people always say, like, how did you start your nonprofit? Like I said, and it came out of pain. Or how did you write the book? The book, that came out of wanting more and understanding that, okay, have an opportunity to connect with my fellow nurse colleagues and be in an anthology. And we can all come together and write this book about our experience in nursing, but also why do we start our businesses? But the bigger goal to me was this book someone can pick up and read and they can be inspired to do great things. Hence, that's why I called it Destined for Greatness. This may be something that catapults them to go, okay, this is what I have to do. Now I read this book, all these amazing nurses in here, And now this gives me kind of like a blueprint of what I need to do to take the next step. So it's just where are you trying to go? You know what I mean? What is the next level for you? And with that, once you know, you have to remember to be intentional and strategic in whatever it is that you're doing, so that you align yourself with the right people, with the right events, situations that's going to get you there.
Yeah. And one thing I can say, just to say what earlier in regards to the mentorship programs, like for example, with ANA New York, just even being a part of a committee is a form of you getting mentored from, your colleagues. We have committee members that work all throughout New York.
That's true.
So it's very important for us to, as an association, for our members to be able to see that your colleagues are a borderline resource.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, and it's just something that, like, just to go, once you put that intention of like what what you want to become, and you surround yourself around those people, and that's why, I mean, perfect example, 8 out of the 13 nurses from New York State that were inducted in the American Academy of Nursing were ANA New York members. So it's something of, we literally, as an association, we have our membership is based out of movers and shakers and innovators and leaders of the nursing career, of the nursing field. So it's just amazing to have someone like yourself that, you saw yourself and what was going on, and then you succeeded out of it.
Right.
You were to get through that. It's just in nursing, which a lot of nurses don't like when people say this, but you have just a natural compassion in the way that you are in your life, and it's always nice to like have to reflect it on yourself sometimes, because it's always outer, not inner.
It's true. It's true. And you have to learn how to overcome whatever obstacles that life may throw at you, right? It's never going to just be flying high, flying straight.
Mm-hmm.
Every now and then you're going to hit a curve, a bump. Life is going to throw something at you. But how you deal with it makes all the difference. It's definitely in your mindset. And that's something that I had to learn coming out of that depression and starting my nonprofit. I had to learn how to shift my mindset and not let every little, roadblock become so detrimental that it stopped me from achieving my goals and achieving greatness, right? At the end of the day, that's kind of my mantra, is that I'm destined for greatness. So everything that I do, I strive to be great, as well as everyone else should strive to be great. You only get one life, and life is short. As we all know and have seen within this last year. So you want to spend it wisely and be intentional and be strategic. And once you find out what you're passionate about and what is your purpose here, then you can start walking in it. You don't want to just be here and just really like existing and not living and never really walked in your purpose. So if you haven't found your purpose, definitely start doing some soul searching and really look within. Take some time to reflect and look within to see what it is about, Shakira, what it is about Shantae that can help me become a better version of myself and get me onto that path of greatness.
Yeah. And one thing I would like to say for everybody that's watching is that with ANA New York, we consider ourselves the Nurse Association of New York. So even if you're not a member of ours, you can reach out. If you need guidance in any form, sort of way, that is what we're here for. We understand that sometimes it can be when you're in a difficult place at work and don't know who to go to or what to reach out to. We always say that we're here to serve and be able to have some type of a resource for all nurses. I just want to make sure that everyone knows that we're not excluding only to our members, like, oh, we only want to give you these resources we remember. No, if you're a nurse in New York State and you need resources for mentorship programs, your next step, I know now I want to be in the cardiac floor. We will be able to get you within the right places for you to start that process. So it's just being always, as a resource. Once you find the step, like you keep saying, once you find your purpose, we really want to vocalize that to our members that we are here as a resource for you to be able to get to those steps that
Right. Definitely. And that's good to know, because some people think that it's only for members of ANA, not knowing that you guys are providing resources to all nurses of New York State. And I think what we went through before, I think a big thing, trying to find your passion and purpose, just to go back, would be finding a mentor. I've talked about mentorship, but finding a mentor, someone that can help guide you, and definitely you can look around and see what other colleagues that may inspire you, and reach out. 9 out of 10, any seasoned nurse or someone who has more experience than you is gonna say yes and be honored that you're even asking them to can they be your mentor. I find it rare that someone's gonna say no.
Yeah.
Unless this person really has like a ton on their
a lot of stuff, on their plate, and that's usually
going on, and
usually it's like
they can't.
Yeah, that's usually when they say no. It's like, okay, when they have that self boundary, that self control of like, okay, I'd love to, but
Exactly.
time,
But usually
realistically,
they'll be able to recommend you to someone else
Yep.
that they know. So even if they can't do it, they can say, you know what, I may not have the time right now, but I know that Shakira can do it. Let me connect you guys. So, definitely I say get a mentor. Even at 21 years in nursing, I have nurse mentors, and some phenomenal women who've given me great advice on things to do and who inspire me and who I look up to. With female and male colleagues. So, just anyone that can inspire you, and if they have a little bit more experience than you, and maybe in an area that you want to go towards, definitely reach out to them, and have them mentor you, because they can kind of help you to maybe focus more and streamline, so you can figure out what is your passion and what is your purpose. What is your purpose going to be in this career?
We really like always. We do appreciate you always coming in, talking to us the once a month, leading up to the annual conference, because it's always nice to hear. And I have to say this for everybody who's watching. I'm not a nurse. I just have the pleasure of representing nurses. So to have someone, Shantae, who is a very, put together, established nurse, and like she says, 21 years of nursing, it's always so nice to see, you sharing your knowledge. It can be very intimidating for nursing students.
Yes.
Like you said, especially nursing students from last year that graduated, to be able to feel comfortable enough to reach out for any type of assistance or anything. And it's just so lovely and just so pleasant to have you here with us every month, being able to speak your knowledge and share that and continue to want to share that with other members and, just anybody that's on our social media ANA New York pages.
Yes. So, no, I mean, this has been a great experience. I thank you guys for really being supportive and, for believing in me and to carry out this vision for your 9th annual conference. As we said, I've taken a hiatus, for those who don't know, because my dad recently passed. So kind of had to adjust, kind of get back in the swing of things. And I just really want to thank ANA New York for being extremely supportive to myself and my family during that time. I really appreciate it. So I'm about to get a little teary-eyed. I really appreciate it. So thank you. A little nervous coming back on today, kind of my first day being back on social media in this capacity. But I just want to thank you. Thank you guys for the support. And I'm looking forward to October. And, I'm just looking forward to representing ANA New York, representing myself, representing my family, my dad, everything that I stand for, Nurses of Integrity, Women of Integrity, all of my nonprofits and organizations that I'm a part of. And really just, bringing it home and hopefully bringing you something that you guys will enjoy. And at the end of the day, accomplish my goal of empowering and educating other people, my fellow colleagues. So I am looking forward to October. It's been good to be back today.
And we look forward to seeing you also. I know that all the members um, are excited to see them, to just be in one space together, to be able to congregate.
Of course.
That's really the biggest thing is the congregation part is really a thing where people are like, oh my God, I'm just ready for this. So,
Right.
we're coming to the end of it. So for anybody that does not know, our registration link is up and running for the annual conference, as well as for our ANA New York only member mixer. If you go to the link tree, all of the links are there for you to sign up and register. And if anyone is interested in doing sponsorship or exhibiting, you can also, the link is up there as well. And then once again, thank you, Shantae, so much. We appreciate you coming on with us, everyone.
And thank you. Thank you once again. Oh, and by the way, Nurses of Integrity, which is my nursing support group, along with my co-founder, Jessica Sinclair, who's actually will be at the pre-conference.
Yeah.
We will be teaming up with ANA to give away a pair of tickets for the ANA New York 9th Annual Conference. So stay on the lookout for that. But I definitely can tell you a part of the contest will be you're going to have to be following ANA New York and following Nurses of Integrity to put yourself into the running. So this is an amazing opportunity to get these tickets. It's a great value. Like I said, you're getting 17.75, you said CEUs.
Yep.
You're getting to network with your other colleagues, be in person. This is a chance for you to pick people's brains that you might not have ever gotten the opportunity to. They're going to have an amazing gala, right, on the Friday
Yep.
night.
We have an awards gala, which we are going to be, honoring our members from different types of categories from awards to spotlight their contributions to the nursing world. And I always like to say this. I always like to make sure to bring this up, but this is the first time in ANA New York history where it's a conference of every session is with ANA New York members. All
Awesome.
the information that's being presented is by members of ANA New York.
Awesome.
So it's going to be something fun. We're really excited for it.
Yes, yes. So get your tickets. Make sure you register for next week for the mixer and for the conference. And Shakira and I are looking forward to seeing you in October. And she's looking forward to seeing you guys next week.
Yes. Well, thank you for everyone that joined.
Thank you. Have a great day, everyone.
Yes.